Hi, and welcome to Thriving in the Messy Middle. I'm Amy Wilkins, leadership coach, former media exec, and your companion in navigating life's in-between. This is the Messy Middle Moment, a short pause to reflect, reset, and rise. So up next, I'll share a timely insight or fresh idea to help you stay grounded, grow with intention, and thrive, even when things feel a little messy. So one of the topics that comes up a lot lately with those I coach revolves around their conflicting feelings that they have about building their network. And I was inspired to tee this up after last week's conversation with Kelly Wenzel. Now, I get it. And I also know, as Kelly does, that this network can be a saving grace when things become particularly messy. And you don't need to wait for an invitation. Kelly shared a phrase I love. If you don't have a tribe already, build your own table. Because when you find your tribe, everything changes. I wrote about this in a recent post that's featured on my website, chooseaw.com, and I'll be sure to leave a link in the show notes so you can check it out. But let's get into why this tribe helps. So, a close connection of mine recently was sharing with me about a transformation she experienced when she really leaned into her tribe. She was at a company where she felt invisible. It was a big company, and when she was in those big rooms, she was just not even there. She was one of the only women in leadership in her company, and she said she tried showing up by herself for years. And then she discovered the value of forming connection circles and leaning on her peers. She started building trust with people who saw her. And little by little, it shifted everything. She began to blossom as a leader, finding her voice and her confidence. And it was all because she created connection, not only inside, but outside the company she worked for. And both of these are invaluable. Because networking isn't just about meeting people. It's about having a support system, people who lift you up, those who speak up for you. They share insights you don't have, and they can open doors that you can't unlock alone. And there's so much data that backs this up. You might be surprised to know that more than 80% of women in manager roles and above say networking was an essential ingredient to advancing. And that included getting on boards, breaking into senior roles, and getting better roles. And women who have a mix of peer relationships and high status contacts are 2.5 times more likely to get promoted. So this is important. Your connections aren't just emotional fuel. I want you to think of it as strategic oxygen. Many of you have probably heard about the value of creating a personal board of directors. That's that small, intentional group of people that you trust to challenge you, cheer for you, offer clarity when you can't see straight, and keep you grounded when things get messy. And these aren't just mentors or friends. They're a mix of peers and truth tellers. These are seasoned leaders who help you navigate the messy middle. And they do that with wisdom and perspective and hopefully some humor. Now, I have one, and I can't tell you how many times they've talked me off a ledge, helped me reframe a challenge, or reminded me of my worth when I'd forgotten, or laughed with me until we cried. This isn't about formality. It's about choosing your people on purpose. And you got to get this. Your board won't build itself, but it can start with one text, one coffee, one brave ask. And if you've never thought of creating one, consider this your nudge. And if you already have one, maybe it's time to thank them or invite someone new to join your circle. So if you're in the messy middle, I want you to consider this. Who are your go-tos? The people you can call when you need encouragement, when you need validation or clarity. Are there folks outside your immediate work environment or industry who bring a fresh perspective? Is your network diverse in seniority, experience, and background so you're getting access and support? And could you benefit from formalizing some of it? Perhaps creating a peer group or asking someone to be your mentor, finding a sponsor within your company, or developing your personal board of directors. If you've put off creating this support for yourself, you are not alone. Women don't network like this until they need something, like a job, visibility, or a pivot. And I get it, it's totally valid. But I want you to imagine what showing up before the urgency could do for you. For some of you, networking gives you the icks. It can feel awkward and performative. And many of you have said, it's just not my thing. But deep tribe building doesn't have to feel forced. It starts with one conversation. And, feel free to rename it something that doesn't give you the icks, like connecting or interacting. Do whatever it takes to help you start that first conversation. And keep in mind that support system is often invisible, so it's easy to underestimate its importance until you don't have it. So I want you to give yourself permission. You are worth the effort it takes to build a table. You're worth being seen, heard, and witnessed. And if the messy middle has felt isolating, pick one person today to reach out to. And if you've already got a tribe, think, who else belongs here? Who else can pull up a chair? You are not alone. And building your tribe might just be one of the most transformative leadership acts you do. Thanks for spending this moment with me. Next week, I'll be back with a full episode, and every other Wednesday, you'll find another messy middle moment right here. If today's reflection landed with you, please follow the show, share it with a friend, or leave a review. It really helps more women find their messy middle magic. And for more inspiration and ways we can work together, visit chooseodd.com. And remember, you are the most worthwhile project you will ever work on. So until next time, keep thriving, especially in the messy middle.